Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one.
And I think coming back home is exactly what this team needed. They got roughed up on the road. It was a big wake-up call. I'm curious to see how they respond.
And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. This game against Los Angeles here, their first look at the Clippers.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Boston foul.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that with.
Personal foul.
Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like for coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Now here's Powell. His last outing, he had 24 points. A nice shot by Zubac.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Tatum. 35 points his last game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. Now the Clippers with it. Here's Leonard. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Leonard's got his second bucket on the night.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just feeding the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
At the line for your Celtics.
Stan, we've seen a resurgence for Kristaps Porzingis over the last few seasons. What changed?
Well, Brian, he really dug down into the numbers, identifying his best shot profile and really focusing on that. It's helped his efficiency.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Outside Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Takes a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Porzingis has got 6.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Here's Powell. And he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 6. Left side Tatum. And it's good for 2.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
Leonard right side. Back to Powell. Nice move. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They all...
Wow! Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Boston foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Brown, no good. Los Angeles leading by 5. In transition, here come the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Takes the 3. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Cornette. Horford outside. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's White. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break up 12. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
I'll tell you what, judging from that first period, you have to love what they're doing offensively.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
And it's Tatum missing. And it's Powell with the ball for the Clippers. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Leonard, shot's good.
And you can't afford to lose sight of Leonard in these situations. He's just so dangerous and assertive in transition.
Here's Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Clippers lead by 12. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
From Jason.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. And Tatum finishing the fast break.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Celtics trail by 10 to the paint. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Leonard outside. Outside Harden. From downtown,
James
hits the three-pointer. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Assisted by.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Out of bounds.
And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
It's stolen by Holiday. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Keita. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future. And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give him a breather.
For Celtics Entertainment.
Here's Mills. Horford pulls it in.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Here's Brown. Harden with the defensive effort.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Off with the layup.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
White. Oh, Simmons with the block. They get it back. Pass to Horford. Clock at 6. Out to Craig. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Clippers ball.
.58 seconds left in the second period. Here's Mills. Boston pulls it in.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Craig, good.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Pass to Harden. Free throw line jumper. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Harden's got 5 now.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Boston foul. Derek White. Second personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Clippers, James Harden.
And he makes a first.
2 shots.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Back to White. Oh, excellent D there from Harden. He gets it up. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Back to the game after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 16. There's Tatum with the three. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Harden can't hit. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Outside Mills. Second chance shot.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jones.
A true defensive expert. Holiday using awareness to get there for a denial.
The Clippers call timeout. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Bogdanovich. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. White looking it over. Outside, Brown. Brown gets the inside finish.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Jones. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Well, they get one to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Los Angeles leading by 14. On the wing, Jones. Banked it in off the glass.
Jones Jr.
Jones has got 5 now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Yeah, one of the more consistent scorers in the NBA. Bogdanovich is an asset for this team. Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Good on the second one. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Jones.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Brown. Hey, Jaylen Brown spikes it through.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bogdanovich.
On the court.
And some changes here for the Celtics. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
A nice shot by Zubats. Zubats has got his third bucket of the night.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Back to Holiday. Left side Porzingis. Can't get it to drop. Great D that time from Zubats. The Clippers lead by 16. Jones' shot is good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
Holiday's fiery. Tough to keep up with.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Just 5 on the clock. Harden with it. Guarded now by Holiday.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And the three-pointer goes.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Here's Harden. Offensive board. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Harden's got 9.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And it's Tatum missing.
Fantastic perimeter defense. His coaches and teammates have to appreciate this kind of effort.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Playing some great basketball, holding a healthy advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest.
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
Celtics trail by 17. Left side Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
To the inside. Pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Nice D from Tatum.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And Harden's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They led by as many as 18. No luck on that one.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
An incredibly strong player. Leonard able to convert through the contact.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Graham, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
That'll be 8 seconds.